Sometimes I don't know how to salute you. That awkward. When I see friends of mine, they'll go in and they'll try to shake my hand and then they'll do some weird handshake and I'm so clueless. I'm like, I don't know, what's the handshake? What's the current cool streetwise handshake? I don't fucking know. Bump fists, slap fingers, slap faces, insert into butthole. I don't know. What the hell is the current handshake? You tell me. I don't know or care. So here you go. I don't know what the current handshake is, and I don't care. Hope you're doing well. That's my hand. When you see me in the street, do this exactly. Do that. Remember T.Y. Hilton, Indianapolis Colts? Do that. For when you see me in the street, do this for 20 straight minutes. Only then will I talk to you. Remember that shit, okay? I don't think that's a lot to ask for. So I'm going to talk about some recent movies I got. I've actually been buying more movies lately. This is going to be kind of a rambly video, and I'll get 3 views, and that's good enough. I don't care. I've been buying more movies lately. And as always, I have a couple of criticisms and complaints about physical media lately. I'm going to focus on movies today. I complain enough about physical media with records enough. I haven't really been buying records this year. I've only bought a few, not a lot, for me. Usually I buy them on a weekly basis, but I haven't been buying them this year. Number one, because I don't have the money. I don't have the extra money to be spending on records. Records are quickly becoming a bourgeois construct in terms of being able to afford records. I feel like it's become an elite thing. You can't really afford to buy records anymore. They're expensive. Really expensive. Way too expensive. And generally record pressings just aren't that good anymore. So I haven't been able to justify spending money on records, especially for music that I can just get on Apple Music for $10 a month. So money has become an issue there as well. I also have some minor complaints about physical media and film. And, well, I'll get into that as I show these. I love collecting movies, though, and in fact, over the last few years, I've had a lot more fun collecting movies than I have records. And I have a stack here. This is a bunch of stuff I picked up in the last month. I'm not even including, I've got what, 2, 4, I've got like 7 or 8 releases here. I've picked up more than that. It's been a lot of movies. This is kind of a golden age we're still in the golden age. It's been going on ever since COVID, really, I feel. In terms of Blu-rays and 4Ks, man, they're just releasing everything. Everything's coming out on 4K. It's beautiful. Not everything. Like sometimes movie studios won't release certain things, but then they'll release other things. Like these super underground B and C movies will get these big elaborate releases with tons of special features, and then more common movies won't get it. I'm sure it's just a matter of who owns what studio owns what and who's got the rights for what and all that shit. But for those of us who want to buy this stuff, it's like, can you studios work this out? Figure this out. Because we want to buy your stuff. But in terms of a random movie getting a cool 4K release, here's one, and I know you rivet head douchebags are gonna enjoy this. I say douchebags with love. I'm the only one who'll do that. Hardware. This is not a very good movie. I don't care what you guys say. This isn't a very good movie. Yeah, I know it's got Ministry in it, and it's got Public Image, and it's got the hardcore industrial soundtrack. Doesn't matter. This movie's not very good. I saw this movie in the theater back in 1990, and I still remember I saw it with a couple of friends of mine, and we were all industrial fans. And that moment when Stigmata pops up in the movie, we leapt out of our seat. We're like, holy shit! This is before you heard Ministry in a movie. I think it's happened since then. Like, there's a Lard track in Natural Born Killers, and it's happened since. But back here in 1990, to hear a Ministry song pop up in a movie, it was like a revelation. It was amazing. But this is not a good movie. And I've revisited this several times since I saw it in the theater back in 1990, and I've watched this. It looks really good. By the way, this came out on Umbrella. This is an Australian company. I really like these guys. Umbrella, their transfers look really good. Bonus features are usually pretty top notch. I'll go out of my way to purchase stuff from Umbrella. I've picked up this from them. I picked up that Caligula box set. They released You Were Never Really Here, which is a great movie if you've never seen that. I recommend Umbrella. There are a lot of boutique movie physical media companies out there. And most of them are hit and miss. I like Umbrella. They do a fine job. But Hardware, I don't know, this movie doesn't work. It's fun, it's fun to watch, but as I've watched it over the years, I've probably seen this 4 or 5 times in my life, and it's one of those movies that each time I watch it, I feel like I'm going to get something out of it that I didn't get before. Like, I haven't liked this movie in the past. I'm going to watch it again, and I think it'll grow on me, but it just never happens. This really just isn't a very good movie. And I would challenge anybody who thinks this is a great movie. It's not a great movie. It's not very well done. Acting's kind of lame. It's got a really cool concept. I think in the hands of a different director and a bigger budget, this could be a really fucking cool movie. But as it stands, this movie just isn't that good. I watched it for the 4th or 5th time in my life, and it just kind of falls flat. Cool concept, not great execution. But I picked it up anyway. Cool cover. You get well, it's a slipcase. It's kind of wedged in there. Umbrella's slipcases, it's hard to get the case out of there. I'm not gonna do it. I would recommend picking this up though. I pick up plenty of movies that I don't love. I like watching movies that I don't love, because the bonus features and the presentation, the 4K transfer, I get into all this shit. I like it. Hardware. Okay, so this leads me into what I want to, my criticism and gripe about physical media lately. No gripe about the movie and the release. There's a bunch of Clint Eastwood movies that got put out on 4K a couple weeks ago. I picked them all up, and I'm going to show them here. They have these steel cases, and you get the little card inlay here. This is Outlaw Josie Wales, of course. Great movie. This is a movie that has really grown on me. When I saw this as a kid, I was like, okay, whatever. But the more I see this as an adult, the more I really enjoy it. Really good stuff. Also, as I get older, I can't say I loved Clint Eastwood growing up, but as I get older, God, I love this guy. I just love Clint Eastwood. I pick up anything he's in, man. Clint Eastwood is just, I think in our current times where people are so afraid to be themselves, and there's so many snowflakes out there, and victim culture is at its peak, and people are walking on eggshells around everybody. People are afraid to say and do anything. I think times like this is when Clint Eastwood makes sense. The lone wanderer taking the law and rules into his own hands and doing what he wants to do for the sake of what's right and wrong. And it's a perfect time for Clint Eastwood. And great movie. Now, I'm going to get into what is bugging me a lot about physical media when it comes to movies. Now, I love the fact that they put this in a tin case, and It's a great movie. It's a 4K transfer. It's like I was complaining about last week when I did my MC 900-foot Jesus video, and I was talking about colored vinyl, how these companies have learned how to really package something. They know how to give you something that's shining and sparkling and looks awesome. But then when you get to the meat of the release, it's lacking in some way. Like a lot of vinyl presses just aren't pressed well. With movies, my issue with movies now is becoming the special features. Like they not only take old legacy special features and just plaster them onto every release they put out. Like you're not getting any special bonus features here. This is all shit that's been previously released. And so they put it in a tin case, they make it look cool, it's 4K, awesome, I'm on board, and that's enough. But I'm getting to the point where it's not enough. And when you've already got a Blu-ray of this and a DVD of this, and then they just port all of those old special features onto the new 4K, is it worth it? I'm getting to the point where I don't know if it's worth it anymore. And this is another complaint I have. And this 4K doesn't have it, but it seems like a lot of these companies now are, I'm going to put this away and show the next one. Show Pale Rider. They did this with Pale Rider too. They ported over a bunch of old featurettes. It looks beautiful, by the way, and you get the cool tin case. But the other thing, back to what I was saying, the other thing that bugs me are these empty special features. It seems like people who buy these special editions, I don't know if they're just like counting all of the new special features and not paying attention to what the actual special features are. A lot of these, what I'm seeing is like these commentaries with these film critics, film historians. Commentary with film historian Joe Fuckhead. And another film commentary with film historian Jane Bitchface. Who cares? Who's watching this shit? Is anybody out there watching this video give a shit about what some random film historian has to say about a movie? These companies are just piling up special features, but they're totally empty. I am not watching a commentary with some random film historian I've never heard of. I don't care what their take is. We want commentaries with people who were involved with the film. Clint Eastwood, even the editor, the cinematographer, somebody that was involved with the movie. Who is watching and listening to film historian commentaries? Really? I was on High Def. There's a website called High Def Digest, which I recommend. They do a very nice job reviewing movies. And to my knowledge, they're one of the best outlets out there to see what the upcoming releases are, and they'll give you all the bonus features. And I was looking at some upcoming releases, and I was looking through the bonus features, and like there were 5 commentary tracks on a movie, and they were all film historians. And like they did a commentary with a couple of dudes with a podcast. I fucking hate that. Do people really care about this? Some random chodes have a film podcast and they're getting asked to do commentaries. Man, it's a bummer. I'm starting to go out of my way to not buy physical media that have random piled on bonus features. I have zero interest in listening to film commentary from a film historian. It would really depend. There are a couple of historians out there that are legit, that interview stars and directors that I might listen to. Other than that, I don't care. I want commentary from people that were on the set that can tell stories about the movie's production. I have zero interest in listening to some film school student talk about what they think the meaning of a movie is. So, movie studios, you need to cut this shit out. It's enough already. I do not have a taste for it, and I am starting to not buy physical media because of it. It's getting really old and tiresome. Who cares? If you're listening to film historian commentary, you are a pretentious chode, and you need to get over that. This is the This is the crown jewel right here, man. I watched this in 4K, and this has never looked better. This movie's never been better. Going back to what I said about how we need guys like this in our current society and climate, there's no better movie for it than Dirty Harry. The world needs this movie right now. This movie has never had more meaning than it does in 2025. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite physical movie releases in my collection. I can't recommend this one enough. Oh my God, it looks so good. 4K transfer is brilliant. One of the best I've seen. One of the greatest movies ever made. Only gets better. Yeah, the bonus features, yeah, it's all just legacy stuff. If you already have this on Blu-ray, say you have all these bonus features. But it is Dirty Harry, and it's never looked better. God, I love this movie. Clint Eastwood's best movie? Probably, maybe, I don't know. Thinking about that. No, the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's another video. This is in top 3, though. And then I'm going to show a couple of others that I picked up. How to get ahead in advertising, the Criterion release here. I popped this open and watched it last night. This is a Blu-ray. They didn't put this out in 4K. Doesn't really matter. Do we need this movie in 4K? This is a pretty good movie. I don't love it. This does have a new documentary on it, though. There is new stuff here, so I think this is worth picking up. Is this an underrated movie? I don't think so. I think this is one of those movies that kind of belongs where it's been put. Not a movie I've ever loved overtly, but it is a good movie. And I enjoyed revisiting it. I just picked this up yesterday, too. I like this movie very much. This is the 4K with Nail and I. Another Davidson Grant movie. This is a classic. Great fucking movie. It's jam-packed with bonus features. I don't know if there are any new bonuses on here. I never picked up the Criterion of this. I don't have any other version of this. And I don't know why I never picked it up originally, but they did put this out on, was it DVD? Blu-ray? I don't remember. I've never had a physical copy of this, so all of these bonus features are new to me. And it's Criterion. Their scans look amazing. I generally just pick up most stuff on Criterion. Yeah, got a huge Criterion wing. And this is a great movie. One of the best. Jam-packed with bonus features. And I haven't watched it yet, so I can only imagine the scan and the transfer looks nice. I have no reason to not trust Criterion. They always do a bang-on job of what they need to be doing. One of the best, in fact, the best boutique movie releaser out there. Criterion. Who's better? Nobody. In terms of just sheer scope and depth and variety of music or movies they put out, yeah, they cover it all. Every genre, all the bonus features. They've been around forever. Criterion, they're just the masters at this. I would recommend getting that. And then I'm going to talk about this and get out of here. I got this. Blaxploitation Classics Volume 1. Look at all those movies, baby. Yeah. I mean, across 110th Street, Black Caesar, and Coffee, it's almost worth it just for those 3. I haven't cracked it open yet. Yes, I already own all of these on Blu-ray, so I double dipped, but 4K, come on, man. You also get you get Hell Up in Harlem, Sheba Baby, and Truck Turner. Yeah. What will Volume 2 bring? I do want to say I was super excited to get this, by the way. You see it's a formidable box set. You get the 4K and the Blu-ray releases in each case. So it's it's 6 movies and a total of 12 discs. 2 discs per movie, loaded with bonus features. I don't think any of them are new. Let's see. Oh, there are some new stuff. There's some new stuff on here. Okay, so you get some old bonuses transferred over and you get some new stuff. I didn't even look at that. I didn't care. I wanted this. I will say one criticism. What is with this cover? This is the worst cover I've ever seen. If you see this sitting in the store, are you going to look at this cover and feel like you have to have this? Who devised this cover? What is this? It looks like this was sitting in the shelf in a store and someone pulled their pants down and farted all over this cover. Look at this. What a drab cover. Shout Factory, really? This is the best you can do with a cover? I mean, a plain black cover would make more sense. Blaxploitation, pure black cover. What the hell is this? Font is cool, I get it. Some retro 70s font, vintage font there, I get it. But this cover, what is this? I yeah, this is the most drab, boring, off-putting color and scheme I've ever seen for a box set. This is really bad. But anyway, you get the movies, and that's what's important. They're also you also get a black spine here. Of course, it's 4K. It goes with the whole Blaxploitation theme here. But anyway, I'm really happy to get this and excited to crack this puppy open and watch some stone cold classic 70s cinema right here. Ah, I miss these types of movies. Can you imagine these movies getting made today? Oh my God, there'd be cry rooms and people would be protesting and there'd be Gen Zs and millennials fighting and creating cry groups and posting shit on social media and getting people canceled. And oh yeah, the millennials and Gen Zers would galvanize and hate this shit and mumble about racism. And God, our current culture is so far removed from reality. Seriously. These movies are great. These are so good. And again, like Dirty Harry before it, I feel like these types of movies, when it comes to a certain part of our United States culture, I mean, this is far more accurate and far more representative of what people want to see in cinema than the shit that actually gets pumped out as cinema today. That's why box sets like this get released. Because black people and white people alike want to watch good movies like these. They don't want to watch the shit that comes out now. So go pick this up. The 70s is the greatest decade of all time when it comes to movies, and this is one of the reasons why. Blaxploitation. Love that shit. All right. I'm out. Later.